Hey, all you brave hearts out there. So, this is Kimberly coming from sunny Florida, Bonita Springs. And I just want to come on here and talk about circulation. Very important. Life is in the blood. I'm going to say that again. Life is in the blood. We've got to have circulation. So there's two types of circulation that when we talk about it, it means macro and micro. So the macro circulation makes up 26% and the micro makes up 74%. We got to focus on the micro. Everybody wants to talk about the veins and arteries, and of course those are important, but you got all the little other capillaries and things that are equally or more important. So let's think about this like a highway or like your transportation when you're going around in your car. So macro would be highways and interstates. They're the main thoroughfares. The micro is like when you get off the highway and you're going to go to a shopping center or you're going to go to your subdivision to get to your home. That's the micro. Again, micro makes up 76% of your circulation. Macro, veins and arteries. Micro are capillaries and the smaller venules and the lymphatic system, which the lymphatic system takes away the toxins and the waste. That's the way we detoxify our body. One of the many ways that we detoxify our body. So if we don't have circulation, we have blockages, okay? That causes circulation to stop. Think of it like a river. If you've got a fast-flowing river, in the bends of the river tends to be where debris collects and it slows down the flow. Same thing in our body. So it's typically the joints. So that's the main focus point. So it would be your neck, your shoulders, your elbow, your hips, your knees, your ankles. Those are the places where we collect things in those tissues, in those areas. So we want to make sure that the blood's flowing well in those, or you'll find that you will get tightness and pain. And so those areas need to be focused on. The number one cause of blockages in your body is emotional blocks. And you're going to think that's crazy, and I thought it was crazy too. I've never heard it before. But just stay with me. Let's just shift our paradigm, get out of the subconscious mind, and listen to what I have to say here. Emotional blocks are when we have certain emotions, like say anger or fear or something, it gets trapped in our tissues. And everybody's different. So wherever your weaknesses are, that's where it's going to get trapped. But we're alike in some ways. Like we know that anger gets trapped in gallbladders. Anger can also be trapped in your liver. And anger can be trapped right here. And this right here is your TMJ. That's where you can hold anger and trap those emotions in there. Emotions, it does cause a block in the circulation and the lymphatic system. So it's very important to be aware of what that causes. And we all have them because it's life, right? We've all been through traumas. We've all been through hard times that cause us to trap these emotions in our body. So my goal here is to teach you to find the doctor within you so that you can learn how to take care when you feel these little symptoms that arise. Instead of running to the doctor, you're going to go, hey, I know what to do. I got this pain here. I know what to do. So that's what my goal is in sharing with y'all and coming live is just to bring hope, to bring teachings that'll help you empower yourself and find that doctor that's in you, because God created you fearfully and wonderfully made. Your body will heal itself. You don't need anything else. You just need to stay in alignment. And when it gets out of alignment, right, when you're off line a little bit, we're going to get back in line. And I want to teach you some tools that'll help you do that. Again, talking about emotions, you know, sometimes you have the weight of the world on your shoulder. So you got shoulder issues, you got upper back, you got neck issues. Stress is trapped in the body, typically here and through the upper back. There's some people that can't let go of things, and so they'll either, constipation is one side because you're holding on to stuff. People that have arthritis in their fingers, there's probably something maybe in your past, it could go all the way back to your childhood that you're still hanging on to and you can't let go of it, right? So then your joints and your fingers will start to get stiff. So this happens all over your body. You just have to learn to be aware and listen to what your body's telling you. And then there's things that you can do. I think we've been programmed that, I got arthritis in my finger and it hurts, so I'm not going to touch it because it hurts and I might do something that'll really make it bad. No, that's the last thing. You need to move it as much as you can, rub it. You need to get that blood flow going in there. I'm going to show you some other techniques to do, but you got to move and get blood in there, because when you don't have blood in there, then the tissue dies. Life is in the blood. You got to get blood in those tissues. Okay? Now let's go to physical blocks. So physical blocks are if you've had an injury, and so there's damage to the tissue that way, or if you've had surgery. Any and all surgery causes more scar tissue than anything else that you can do in your body. Here women that have had C-sections and they've had 3 C-sections. I was one. I had a C-section, so I can account for it. But what happens when you have an incision, a scar forms, but then little legs start branching off of that scar and wrapping around organs. Like in my abdomen where I had my C-section, legs had grown around parts of my large intestine. I mean, it's just amazing how these little things, they grow these little finger things. So you got to go in and you got to break that up and bring life back into, not break it up. What you're doing is you open it up and you're bringing blood flow back in there. So these blockages are either fibroids, they're lesions, they're scar tissue, they're calcification that build up in our bodies. So how can we increase our circulation if we feel like there's a block or we have stiffness? And we all have them. We just have to learn to be aware of what's going on in our body. This is what we do. We just go take an aspirin, or we run to the doctor and get a pill. What does that do? That's actually severing your brain from your pain. So your pain, the issue's still happening, but you just don't know about it because you numbed yourself out. That's what we do. We just want to numb out. Let's go drink alcohol. Let's go take another pill. Let's just numb out because the pain's too great for me to handle. That's what we have been conditioned and brainwashed to do. So we need to change that. When we have a pain, it's our body saying, hey, there's a problem here. And so we need to get to the source and we need to fix it. So there's things. I've talked about the clapper before. I have it right here. I love this little thing. I do not leave home without it. This can go in here. It's got little choppers. Remember I was talking about if you're starting to get arthritis and getting the fingers are stiff, you can chop away on here because this is going to bring life and blood and circulation back into the area and the body will heal itself, right? If you have neck issues, same thing. You can use the clapper. I mean, your entire body, doesn't matter where it is. Your knees, your elbows, it does not matter. You can use this to bring blood flow. I think this is the best thing that's ever been created. You can get creative, though, on your own until you get one of these. I have used a paint, the stir sticks for the paint can. I've used that before, although that's not as flexible. But, I mean, it works, and I'm trying to work here on my shoulders with that. Some people have used spatulas. You can use your hand. Use your hand. You can clap with your hand. You can clap yourself, but your hand gets tired, right? This motion, because the clapper's doing all the work versus this motion, your hand's doing all the work, okay? I recommend 20 to 30 minutes on whatever area is bothering you. Just clap around, clap around, whatever the area is, to bring that blood in there, because the blood's going to heal it. The blood's going to bring life back to those tissues. Stretching is another great thing. There's two in particular, and I can't show them on this video, but I will at some point do a video. But there is a crab stretch, which stretches all these areas back here, because this is where most people carry their stress. And it's done on the floor, but I can show you how to do that. And then there is a pelvic stretch, where you go all the way down. You want your bottom to come down and just sit on the ground. I'll show you that, but it opens up your whole pelvic area. This area is called the Holy Grail. We need the blood flow in there. Okay, so that's one way to do it, is a pelvic squat. There's a body scrub that you can do, and I can show you this too on another video, how to make it. It's easy to make. You can make it right in your own home. If you live at the beach or close to a beach, go to the beach and do it right where the water comes in at the beach. Sit there and you take that sand and you just rub it in your skin and just rub, 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 rub. If you do the body scrub that you can make at home with Epsom salt, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll do a video on that. But you're just going to rub it into your skin until your skin turns red and you can see that there's circulation going. Your entire body, your face, everything, you're going to use the scrub on. You can also get a body brush. You want to make sure the bristles are natural. And I'll put a link below so that you can order some of these things if you want to. But the body brush will have firm, natural bristles in it. And again, you just work it around your body in circular motions towards your heart. You can work. You start at your legs and work all the way up. And you can work out this way and under. But that is great for circulation as well. Heat opens up and heat expands and allows blood flow. Most people, they want to go get an ice pack. Ice, the only time you use ice is if you have a fresh injury. Say you just go sprain your ankle. It'll keep the swelling down, so you can use ice for that, but only that. For the most part, you could use water, just cold water in like a plastic bag. You could put that on, and you could alternate it, a minute of that, and then a minute of heat. But heat is good for circulation and blood flow. What else could we do here? I tried to make some notes down here so that I wouldn't forget. Moving in general. I mean, if you're just sitting all day long, then you're becoming stagnant. Your body's going to stiffen up. So move, go walk, go do your stretches, right? The goal is to keep the tissues open, right? When the tissues become a tumor or a fibroid, and if you want to use the C word, that means that there's no circulation there and you're getting no oxygen. Circulation brings oxygen, it brings nutrients, it brings energy, and it brings light into your body. That's key. So circulation, macro, micro, very important. Don't forget, breathe deep, keep a slight smile on your face, and spread the love. God bless you.